I was turning, and after that, it's blacked out.
It's been 9 months since his world was rocked. Todd Shelton was in this white car in Berkeley when bullets ripped through the metal and shot into him. Tonight, his shooter remains on the loose. Police believe it's all a case of mistaken identity.
Pretty tough getting used to.
Paralyzed from the neck down, the coach's mission remains the same: change lives.
And every day, I'm going to take it every day to work hard, to get better, but to also impact these kids' lives.
Todd's impact on those in his community is remarkable. In fact, he's so beloved that a friend contacted KMOV.
And that's when the KMOV Surprise Squad got to work, putting in motion the biggest surprise yet. It all led up to halftime on the field where he coached. The Raps came off one of the biggest and best thank yous we have ever seen.
McClure High School, let me hear you make some noise! Happy homecoming to you. My name is Matt Chambers, and I'm with the KMOV Surprise Squad. Now, you're asking yourself, what in the world is the KMOV Surprise Squad doing here? Well, we are here today for a very special reason, to honor a great man and a great family. This past February, Todd and his lovely fiancée, Jackie, were on their way home one evening, and shots rang out. Some of those bullets penetrated the vehicle that they were in. One of them struck Todd in the back. From that moment to this moment today, he's been paralyzed from the neck down.
I spent days and days just looking at my hand, just hoping that it moves. At the end of the day, I didn't have to be here. I still don't have to be here. But I'm here, and it's a purpose. We're gonna keep fighting, regardless.
It could put you in a rut, you know, where you kind of want to focus on yourself, but he is complete opposite. He's complete selfless.
He used to help me all the time, whether it was in the classroom, out the classroom, on the field, off the field. Always a father figure in my life.
He's only been working in the district for 10 years, and this young man is held on a pedestal in the community. It's just been a blessing to us to see the love that different people have given him. He knew how to get these kids from high school into college and a better life.
If they can see me in this situation, still fight, and still be strong, and still be motivated, and still inspired, then they can do anything.
Todd doesn't focus on those struggles. Before this life-changing ordeal, Todd was a positive force in this community, always looking for ways to make other people's lives better. It was his mission statement. You know what's changed about that mission statement since this incident? Nothing. So it is only fitting that that same community recognizes him for his dedication and the difference that he continues to make every single day. Mr. Mayor, to you.
I have a proclamation here today with me that declares October 12th as Coach Todd Shelton Day here in the city of Florissant.
Wow. Thank you so much.
To the front door, I assume? We parked about a block away because we don't want to spoil the surprise. Come on. The KMOV Surprise Squad had a chance to surprise the Shelton family at their home earlier this week. We knocked on their door unannounced. They let us in, and it was like we had known them for 10 years. They were the most friendly, most gracious people we've ever had the pleasure to meet. And you know, despite the adversity they faced and the incredible determination they have, it became obvious to us that they were still trying to figure out how they were going to make certain things work. In order to get Todd into or out of a wheelchair-accessible van, they have to take him outside. And they said, boy, it would sure be great to have a ramp in the garage because winter's coming, it's gonna get icy, it's gonna get snowy. Well, we know some people. So, Shelton family, you're not gonna have to worry about that anymore. We're gonna install that ramp free of charge, no material, no labor. James Anderson at Approved Home Improvements, he answered the call about installing the ramp. Now, everybody in this building, I think, knows how dedicated Todd is to football. He was a star athlete in high school. He earned a scholarship to play at Missouri Western, and you know what he did after all that? He came back home. He wanted to be a coach. He wanted to be a mentor. Through his entire life of loving football, he has loved one team more than the rest. The Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah!
Anybody know his favorite player? It's the legend himself, Larry Fitzgerald. Well, Todd, we got some connections down in Arizona. And when the football Cardinals heard about your story, they were moved just like all of us. And just like us, they wanted to get you something to hang next to that proclamation from the mayor. Folks, that is an Arizona Cardinals jersey signed by the man himself, Larry Fitzgerald.
Hey Todd, how you doing? This is Larry Fitzgerald. I was just informed about, what happened. You've taken, something that wasn't necessarily good and turned into something great. I know those young people are truly inspired by you and your willingness to continue to fight. I hope at some point I get to meet you and shake your hand. Take care, Todd.
That was kind of cool, right? I think you got a new fan, Todd. That's what I just heard. He's a fan of yours. The real need here, if there's something else this family could really use, it's a wheelchair-accessible van. Todd's family rents these vans. Many of these vans aren't really big enough for Todd's 6'5" frame, being the gentle giant that he is. They need one of their own, and I gotta level with you, I wish we could make that happen for him, but maybe all of us working together could. The family's got a GoFundMe program in place, so it would be awesome if everybody, maybe later today, could work together to put them over the top of that new van. You think we can do that? There is one more thing. We told McClure that we needed to bring one of our largest news vehicles out here in order to haul out Todd's final surprise, because this final surprise, my friends, is big. So that's why this giant News 4 vehicle is out on the track right now. But I have to apologize before we go any farther. We fibbed to the school district. Actually, we just out and out lied, because as it turns out, Todd's final surprise is not inside the van. The final surprise is the van.
Oh, man.
Thank you guys.
This is just amazing. You guys are super special. Oh, I'm just, thank you so much, all of you. Thank you, and thank you, God.
How you feeling right now, man?
So appreciative. You guys, so speechless, guys. Thank you guys so much. I will continue to motivate and hopefully inspire all you guys. And I love you all.
None of this would have happened without two very kind and generous organizations. So a huge thank you to United Access. We can't.
It was an awesome event. I had to wipe my tears many times. It's just, humbling to be part of it.
The KMOV Surprise Squad could never do anything, let alone something of this scale, without Scott Credit Union.
And I hope other companies are looking at this and saying, you know what, we want to be a part of those stories as well. It's all about giving back to the community, and the more the merrier.
I didn't say it out loud. I was like, that kind of looks like the van we've been looking at. But I was like, it's Channel 4. They got all types of vans. It's whatever.
Matt Chambers joins us in studio. Seems like a good time to invoke the phrase, I'm not crying, you're crying. After watching the thing, after watching that.
Something in my eye, that's all.
Well done. Listen, is it possible that Todd, his fiance, and his entire family are as positive through this tragedy as they appear to be?
100%. It's not some facade they put on when company comes over. This is the only guy I've ever met who I think before he got to high school had a mission statement, and every couple of years would update it. We referenced that in the story. And I think of all the could-haves for him. You think about this. He could have gone down the wrong path when he was young. He didn't. He stayed on the straight and narrow. He could have maybe played professional football after college, but he didn't. He wanted to go home where he thought he'd serve a higher purpose as a mentor and a coach to at-risk youth.
Wow.
He could have taken that bullet in the back as a crippling mechanism, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually and emotionally, and that's not what he's done. If anything, his resolve to help at-risk youth is stronger now than it was before that bullet hit his spine, and that makes him a great man and at least worthy of a visit from the Surprise Squad.
Yeah, no question. Incredible story. Well told, and your subject matter doesn't get any better than that. What an incredibly positive family.
We're going to keep tabs on Todd and his family, and we wish them the best.
Good.
That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Matt.